join us.
Hey Star Wars fans and collectors, welcome back to another Black Series action figure review. Very excited about this one. Big shout out to my buddy Brian, also known as the Metal Jedi. He knows I've been after this one for a very long time, and he was able to source one. This one has just been really, really difficult to track down here in Australia, at least. Being a Galaxy's Edge exclusive, Disney Store online didn't get any down here. It's just become a really tricky one to track down. But thank you, my friend, for tracking this one down. I'm very, very thrilled to have this one in the collection. This has been definitely one of my most highly sought after Black Series figures that I've missed over the last whenever it was he came out. This was probably almost 2 years now, I reckon. Just because it was in the plastic-free packaging. We'll take a look at the back, see if I can pick a date out. 2023. So yeah, within 18 months to 2 years. But yeah, this is very nice. I'll be hanging onto the box because it's a nice display piece. I've got a bit of I haven't yet to venture to Galaxy's Edge myself, but I've done the Disney parks and stuff like that, and I'm eager to return in 2027 and make my first venture to the Galaxy's Edge and Batuu and visit Dok-Ondar's Den of Antiquities. So nice look at the inside of the box. Some cool stuff. Yeah, Dok-Ondar is an infamous collector who buys, sells and trades rare and valuable relics in his Den of Antiquities in Black Spire Outpost. A mysterious Ithorian, Dok-Ondar is sought after for his knowledge and connections. So yeah, some fantastic artwork. I can't help but think, if this came out today, had a clear window package, it'd just be a little bit nicer, nicely presented. But this is fine, you know what? It's going to just sit nicely on the shelf, doing its thing. And we've got Mr. Dok-Ondar himself right here. I've already taken him out of the box. We'll take a look at the accessories he comes with. It's obviously at the time of Galaxy's Edge, which is sort of based in the sequel era. It's the First Order running around the galaxy. Something like a Phase 1 clone trooper helmet would be something of a relic, whether the armor was all collected and recycled, then a few odd bits and pieces laying around the galaxy. This is actually really nicely painted, and I definitely want to build up a bit of a display piece for this guy and some of his pieces. I know Landspeeder Luke, he's done some absolutely amazing files to make a little bit of a storefront display, I guess. You put the helmet on the shelf and a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, it's nice. So there's that. And we get this sword. I can't think of what it's called. I don't think it says it on the back. No, it doesn't. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's pretty nice. Nice details on it. The paint's nice and clean as well, which is good. Yeah, it's just cool to see, as a regular sword in Star Wars. I guess they're out there. Not all swords are lightsabers. And then we get a couple of holocrons, which is definitely an exciting part of this figure. We've had a holocron before that came with Cal Kestis. It was a green one, green Jedi holocron. We've got the blue one now, and then the first Sith holocron, which is just super duper cool. I'm planning on doing a little bit of a picture with Darth Maul and Ezra with the holocrons. So they're great. I love that. So there's tiny little markings you can see into the mold there. Really, really nice stuff. Same with that one. So yeah, they're really nice pieces. And yeah, something a collector of this period might find fascinating. there are, you know, minimal Sith and Jedi in the galaxy. Something like that would be quite interesting to come across. But yeah, let's take a look at the figure. This is an absolute banger of a figure. Really, really thrilled with this one. Did love the Momor Nadon, which I believe carried parts from this figure, which makes sense. You know, you may as well use the base. I did do a review of that one, and you know, with some clever painting techniques, the addition of soft goods and soft goods, and you know, the plastic outer robes and stuff like that, as well as the accessories of the necklace with all the charms and talismans and stuff hanging off it. You can make it look like two completely different characters, and it worked an absolute treat, because yeah, they do look completely different. Bear with me, I'm going to grab Momor and we'll do a little side by side. Alright, and here he is. So yeah, one thing I'm noticing straight off the bat is the head sculpts are actually completely different, which is fantastic. I love that. You can see the difference in the shapes of their head. Really, really cool. So Doc has got the, you know, like old man warts. Slightly bigger here at the top of the head. Different shapes and sizes. The mouth, or the mouths on the side of the head, the sort of front of the face, completely different. So that's really cool. Definitely sharing the same feet and legs. If we hitch up his, you can kind of see he's got the same legs and trousers. That sort of ripped look, but you know, different skin tones. The hands are reused from each figure, which is fine. The arm here is different too. He's got the sort of wrapped on the sleeve. That's cool. Whereas Momor doesn't. So that's cool. It looks like the upper sleeve might be the same. Yeah, that appears to be. So I'd assume, you know, the base body underneath would be the same as well. But, you know, that's fantastic. Some paint detailing under the neck there. Trying to give him, as you can see on the box here, he's got a bit of a beard. It's a little bit tricky to do on the figure, but you can kind of see the paint work down on the lower neck there. It's sort of a brown, sort of feather brush look, just to give that illusion of some hair. But that's cool. I definitely dig that. That looks good. So yeah, let's get him out of the way. So I could look at hammerheads all day long. Just such a really cool looking species. Like, if we could get a what was his name? I always forget the other guy, the Jedi, Roron Korob. I'd love to get a Roron Korob. I reckon that'd be fantastic. And yeah, me and Brian have spoken about that a numerous amount of times. We'd love a Roron Korob in Black Series. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, the paint work on this one is just extraordinary, really nice. Just, you know, in comparison, the different skin tones, and on the back there, the hood will sort of sit up over the... Alright, you can almost get it up there, but kind of looks a little bit weird, so I'll keep it folded back down. But yeah, love the soft goods. That's so nice. And then the plastic goods with the sort of the blue sash just gives that a little bit of extra depth. Multiple layers of fabric that he's wearing, looks really good. Similar what they did here with his scarf, you know, just adds a little bit more, and his vest over the top of his sort of slightly lighter shirt. Let's take a look at all these little knickknacks that he's got here hanging off of him. You'd assume these are sort of, you know, some form of importance to him. You know, something that's, you know, it's keys to cages, or, you know, locks to certain rooms and lock boxes or something within his collection, in his store. It's really nicely done. Yeah, he's fantastic. He looks good. Love the look of the two different textures there. It's almost got that sort of Hessian sack look almost. Whereas this is more of a, yeah, I don't know, but it's nice. It's really nice. So in terms of articulation, I assume it's going to be the same as the Momal Nadon. It's got the ball socket in the head. You can get him looking around. A little bit of up and down. Again, like an alien like this, like just a slight tilt of the head, and you can get so much more expression. You know, just like tilt, you get that sort of idea of, you know, thought. You know, up and down, yeah. Shoulders, it'd be the same. Ball hinges in the shoulders and elbows. Yep. Ball hinges in the wrists. A ball joint in the torso. I'm not going to take all that extra soft goods off. See what he's got in terms of the hips. This guy will give us a little bit of a clue. Yeah, I think he's got the barbell joint at the hips. I'm not sure if there's swivels at the top of the thighs. No, there's not. But that's all right. Hinge at the knee, ball hinges at the knees, ball hinges at the feet, and ankles, and rockers in the feet. That was a mouthful. But yeah, I'm not going to go and derobe him. That's just too much work for what I want to do here. So I'm, yeah, very, very happy with this guy. He looks fantastic. Can't wait to, you know, build up a little bit of a display diorama for him. And I'm kind of torn whether I set him up on with my Galaxy's Edge figures and stuff like that. I've got DJ Rex, but I have moved Hondo over to my other shelf, so he might join Hondo, I think. The sort of characters that frequent Black Spire. But yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, really, really happy to have this guy in the collection, man. He's so cool. Such a fantastic figure. Yeah, he would have slotted into my top 10 of the last couple of years, I reckon, if I'd had him. But, you know, as I say, better late than never. But yeah, again, big thanks to you, Brian. If you're watching, I'm sure you are. I do appreciate your support big time. And helping me get this guy in the collection, just, yeah, it means a lot. It means an enormous amount. So yeah, thank you again. Absolutely take pride of place. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at him, even though he's, you know, it's new to my collection. He's been out for a couple of years, but I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at him with me. And you know, very much first reactions here. It's fantastic, really, really cool. But yeah, I'll be back with some more reviews very soon. Got another cool one coming up in the next day. It's Power of the Force Friday stuff coming up. Hope you join me for those. Until then, may the Force be with you always.